Hello, kamusta kayo? Magandang araw mga kababayan. Johnny the Vlogger po muli ang inyong abang lingkod. Ang vlogger na laging nakapink pero minsan naman nagdidilaw din. Alam niyo mga kababayan, merong komento si Harry Roque, yung mga naghahanap kay Senator Harry Roque, sayang hindi siya nanalo. Hindi kasi dinala. Yan, 9 million lost votes automatic, sayang. 'Di ba? Sana senador natin siya ngayon. Tapos si Malcolm Conlan, yung itong original na DDS na taga British to, UK. Meron siyang meron siyang sinabi na nakakatawa rin Talagang magiging laughing stock ng Pilipinas kapag inayunan ng Korte Suprema itong mga kalokohan ng mga petitioners na ipakansela ang COC ni BBM. At saka isa pa, magiging mukhang katawa-tawa din ang ating COMELEC. Imagine, unanimously din sa COMELEC sa division level ng COMELEC dinismiss na yan. Tapos sa NBank nila dinismiss din. Tapos ang Supreme Court i-reverse. Oh my God, 'di ba? Eto, pakinggan po natin yung kanilang mga komento.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Buhay pa po ako, ha? There is life after the elections, and as proof of it, I'm here, still doing the uncensored spokes. Ngayon nga lang po, spokes ng bayan na tayo, no? Dahil tayo po ay completely out of government, and I am now Citizen Harry. Well, wag po kayong mag-alala, no? Sanay naman po tayo maging Citizen Harry dahil sa totoo lang, sa gobyerno lang po ni Presidente Duterte tayo sumali ng gobyerno, no? 1 year and a half bilang isang kongresista ng 17th Congress and 2 years and a half bilang isang spokesperson ni Presidente Duterte. Well, unang-una po, no, I'd like to thank everyone who supported us. No? 11,240,000 po ang total votes na nakuha natin. Napakadaming boto po yan, bagamat hindi nga po sapat, no, para manilbihan sa Senado. Congratulations po sa lahat ng mga nanalong mga senador na pinroklama ng COMELEC ng isang araw lamang. I'm so happy for all of you. Dahil tayo po'y kumandidato rin, alam natin kung gaano yung hirap ng pagkakandidato, kung gaano kamahal, no? Siguro po talaga we just need more resources. Bagamat ang tingin ko naman, yung sa sipag, nakipagsabayan naman po tayo. But thank you very much for all those who supported. At ang aking pangako naman po, hindi para tayo mawala, no, na parang bula. We would still be around as the spokes ng bayan at patuloy po ang ating pagsisilbi sa ating bayan in our private capacity. At dati-dati naman po talaga ang aking paninilbihan ay bilang isang pribadong individual, no? Yung mga kasong hinawakan natin ng Maguindanao Massacre, si Jennifer Laude, yung mga biktima ng patayan at torture, yung mga mamamahayag na dinidemanda ng libel na dinidepensa natin ng libre, lahat po yan, I was a private citizen. Come to think of it, nakilala nyo ako bilang isang pribadong individual na ginagamit ang batas para baguhin ang lipunan, and we expect to do more of the same. Pero ngayon po, as I promise, ang topic natin may pag-asa pa ba dun sa disqualification na hinain ng mga nangangarap pang makaupo ang kanilang pinklawan sa Malacanang? Well, unang-una po, let me say this. Tapos na po ang eleksyon. Napakahirap po para sa ating Korte Suprema na baliwalain ang 31 million votes na nakuha ni Apo Bongbong. Gaya ng sinasabi ko po ng mga una kong mga uncensored spokes, this is a political question. Ibig sabihin, ang issue kung sino manunungkulan bilang isang presidente ay isang issue na dapat taong bayan lamang ang sumagot. Hindi po pwede, hindi dapat sagutin yan ng mga tao sa Korte Suprema na walang mandato sa taong bayan dahil lahat naman po sila ay appointed. No? So dyan po nagsisimula at nag-e-end ang jurisdiction ng Korte Suprema. Dahil sila ay walang mandato galing sa taong bayan, yung mga issue gaya ng sino maglilingkod sa taong bayan, ang sumasagot po dyan, taong bayan, at hindi po ang Korte Suprema. Now, ang paningin ko po dyan, kahit ano pang legal merits meron ng disqualification, hindi na po yan titignan ng Korte Suprema dahil hindi nyo po pwedeng baliwalain yung 31 million na nagdesisyon na nais nilang manilbihan bilang presidente si Apo Bongbong. Ang aking advice sa mga pinklawan, sa lahat ng ayaw kay Apo Bongbong, move on na po tayo kasi nagsalita na po yung mayorya 31 million naman po yan as against 14 million. Ano pa bang reklamo ninyo? Malinaw naman po, walang nagsasabi na midayaan. Ako, natalo rin ako sa eleksyon pero tinanggap na natin and we're moving on. Alam niyo po, dahil ako'y meron ding personal na karanasan, mahirap po talaga yung matalo. Napakasakit, napakahirap tanggapin. Pero you have to accept it kasi the voice of the people is the voice of God. So move on na po ang aking advice sa inyo. Hindi na po mababago ang kasaysayan. Magsisilbi po bilang presidente, 17th president, kung hindi ako magkakamali, si Apo Bongbong, dahil an overwhelming majority, hindi po plurality ha, dati-rate plurality lang ang desisyon ng taong bayan, yung pinakamaraming boto lang. Ngayon po, mayorya ang nagsabi na si Apo Bongbong na talaga ang dapat umupong presidente. Pero sabihin natin, by some stroke of luck, ito po kung meron lang talagang pangyayari na mapagbigyan ang disqualification na sa tingin ko po hindi mangyayari ulitin ko po, hindi mangyayari dahil hindi po yan paghihimasukan ng Korte Suprema. This being a political question kung sino dapat mamuno. Pero kung may possibility na madikyo siya, anong mangyayari? Well, depende po yan. Kung ang desisyon ng Korte Suprema is before or after proclamation. Kung before proclamation, ang possibility number 1, yung second na pinakamaraming boto before proclamation ang mapoproclaim. Pero malabo na po yan kasi 2 o 3 linggo na lang mapoproclaim na si Apo Bongbong. At sa tingin ko, matagal ang desisyon ng Korte Suprema. Hindi po yan magbibigay ng TRO. Bakit? Paano kayo magbibigay ng TRO? Boses ng mayoryang Pilipino, yung 31 million na yan. Hindi po yan po pwedeng maging subject ng TRO. Pero after proclamation, kung ma-DQ, ang sasaksid po yung Vice President, di Inday Sara Duterte rin ang sasaksid dyan. No? So tingin ko po yung unang pinag-aasahan o inaasahan ng mga pinklawan na before proclamation ay po pwede bang umupo si Lenny? Come on. Anong klaseng presidency yan na alam natin na mas kaunti pa sa kalahating nakuha? Bakit siya maninilbihan? Wala pong moral authority mag-lead kung walang majority vote. Huwag yun na pagpilitan yan because that would be dictatorship kapag nagkatotoo na uupo ang number 2. Bakit dictatorship? Kasi walang mandato galing sa taong bayan. Akala ko ba ang pinaglalaban nila, demokrasya, laban sa dictatorship? Bakit ang gusto nila, dictatorship ang mag-succeed? Dahil yan naman talaga ang dahilan kung bakit sila nagpapadisqualify. No? Pero malabo po talaga yan. Yan po ay suntok sa buwan. Hindi lang suntok sa buwan. Baka suntok po yan sa planet Mars. Malayong-malayo po yung mangyari yan na babaliwalain ng hukuman ang boses ng taong bayan. Okay? So, ang aking advice talaga, move on. And to Apo Bongbong and Inday Sara Duterte at sa lahat ng mga nanalo at naproklima na sa senador, congratulations po. And this is coming from someone na hindi po nagtagumpay. Alam mo ang advice ko dun sa mga pinklawan na hindi nagtagumpay, there is life after elections po. Ako po ngayon nasa Cagayan de Oro at nagpapasalamat dahil nanalo po tayo dito sa Cagayan de Oro. Ninanais po natin na puntahan ng mga lugar kung saan tayo nanalo. We won biggest in Davao Region, number 4 in Davao City. At sa lahat po ng Davao Regions ay hindi po tayo bumaba ng number 7. We won big din po in Northern Mindanao. We won in Misamis Oriental, in Cagayan de Oro City, as well as in Bukidnon. And we won big also in the Caraga region. No? Magpapasalamat din po tayo sa Bohol at doon sa CAR kung saan ako naman po ay resident ng Baguio. Kaya hindi po nakapagtataka na nanalo tayo sa CAR. So maraming salamat po at tingin ko naman po hindi tayo mawawala. Meron naman po tayong sapat na kakayahan para tulungan ang administrasyon ni Apo Bongbong at ni Inday Sara. At tingin ko naman po, it is in our nature already na talagang pagsilbihan ng ating mga kababayan whether or not we have a government office. I will not lie, I was of course sad that I did not win. Pero gaya na aking mga sinasabi sa nakalipas na mga araw, yung nakipagsabayan lang ako sa mga artista, sa anak ng politiko, sa anak mayaman, sa mga re-electionist, sa mga comebacking senador, sapat-sapat na pong tagumpayan para sa isang ordinaryong mamamayan. Lumaki po kasi ako na naghahati kami sa isang manok ng 10 katao, no? 6 na magkakapatid, magulang at lolo-lola. At hindi ko po akalain na itong taong 2022, and nagawa natin makipagsabayan dun sa mga mayayaman, anak politiko, mga bilyonaryo, mga artista, na lahat po ay lumalok sa eleksyon. Tagumpay na po yan para sa mga ordinaryong mamamayan dahil yan po ay patunay na po pwedeng mangarap at po pwedeng magkaroon ng katuparan. Siyempre po, meron pa tayong isang pangarap na hindi pa nakakatuparan, yung pagiging senador. Pero 3 taon lang naman po yan at sa tingin ko, hindi po pwedeng baliwalain ang 11,200,000 plus votes. No? Konting boto na lang po, mararating din natin ang pangarap. So mga kababayan, sa aking mga supporters, hang on lang po tayo at regular po tayong mag-uncensored spokes ng bayan, ha? Bago nga lang ang title natin, The Uncensored Spokes ng Bayan. I love you, Philippines, as always. From Cagayan de Oro, ang inyong spokesbayan, Harry Roque, saying, please be safe.
Hi guys, I just wanted to make a few comments on this protest or this petition that is at the Supreme Court at the moment. And this is a group of people or lawyers who've tried to overturn the decision or at least overturn the process that would make Bongbong Marcos the next president of the Republic of the Philippines. You know, I believe the Philippines is a democracy. So many commentators from around the world, even political leaders, including the Chinese president, including America, Canada, the United Kingdom, you know, Liz Truss, the foreign secretary of the United Kingdom, has already congratulated President-elect Bongbong Marcos, and so many other world leaders have done the same. Even Prince Charles said recently in an encounter with a Filipino, I hear you've elected a new president. He didn't say, I hear you might have elected a new president. He didn't say, oh, by the way, there are allegations of election fraud and you might not elect a new president. He categorically said, you've elected a new president. And now you have these resistors who are trying to stop that process. Of course, that's their right. I accept that. And I accept the rule of law is obviously very important and should be respected. But, you know, the Filipino people have voted overwhelmingly by a majority of 31 million Filipinos to elect Sir Bongbong Marcos as the next president of the Republic of the Philippines. So if in their wildest dreams this application by them would be successful, what you are basically doing is disenfranchising these 31 million Filipinos. What you are saying to these 31 million Filipinos is that their efforts were wasted. And even though they've elected who they thought would be the new president, this meddling by you or this stressful situation where you're trying to reverse that decision, and then you go on to say they should give it to the second place, and of course the second place by far distance in many less votes is of course Vice President Leni Robredo. Now this is exactly what you would want, but from what I can see, this holds no merit whatsoever. You know, the Philippines is a democracy. The Philippines would be an absolute laughing stock if it turned out that this decision would be overturned. Of course, the Supreme Court has got to consider this, and of course, the Supreme Court has actually asked for the BBM camp to obviously give their reasons, if you like, or to comment on this particular petition. But for many people in the Philippines, including myself, this is a worrying time. This is a very stressful time. You know, I hope that the Supreme Court, and it's not for me to say, can obviously look at the the overwhelming vote and can obviously respect the will of the people. But of course, I appreciate they have to go through the legal process as well. Obviously, I can't get involved in that as a foreigner. It will be wrong of me to question the actual petition. But I do think this is another tactic. This is another tactic of the opposition. The opposition are absolutely desperate at the moment, and they're going to try whatever they can to try and overturn the will of the people, to try and also to completely quash the people's vote. And you know what? There was EDSA a long time ago where they were talking about the EDSA and what happened at that time. Well, I have to say, it's not for me to say, I'm not Filipino, but God forbid if this was to happen, and if somehow this was overturned, or if somehow this was actually I don't think it will be agreed by the Supreme Court, but if this was to happen, can you imagine it? You know, you saw EDSA, you know, you can see something a lot worse. You know, you'll have 31 very, very angry Filipino citizens, and of course I would be very, very upset by that as well. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is just another nuisance petition. This is just another nonsense to make BBM look bad. But the fact is, I know BBM will work tirelessly for the Filipino people. I know that he will support all Filipinos and he will respect all Filipinos, including those who didn't vote for him. This is all about unity. The unity of BBM and Inday Sara Duterte is for the people. Anyway, let's hope and pray that there isn't going to be anything untoward. Let's hope and pray that this nonsense petition is dismissed. But I think it's right that obviously there is a legal process, and the Supreme Court have asked all parties to make comments, including the camp of BBM, and I'm sure that will come in the coming days. But let's all pray, let's all be vigilant, let's all be watchful. So I'm asking my dear friends, my followers and friends to pray that the will of the people will be done. I know that not everyone supports BBM. I know that I have friends on my Facebook who don't. But the fact is, so many Filipinos, even from the side of the Pinks, have already conceded and already said, let's just pray for the coming days. He's won by a massive majority, and obviously that's the will of the Filipino people. So let's just hope that will is respected, and of course I'll be praying for that to be in good order. But of course it's still a worrying time, and it's still a shame that it's come to this. It's a shame that there's all this bickering, and there's a shame that there's all this nonsense to disregard the will of the people and to try and elevate Vice President Leni Robredo by proxy almost, or by default, as the next president of the Philippines. And you know, people have said people's choice, 31 million people should be followed. It's a win. BBM is our new president. Somebody else has said, Xing has said, they are just the minority anyway. Democracy in our country is still strong, and these tactics of petitioners will not succeed against those who voted BBM. Enough of their bulls narratives about Marcos. You know, the thing is, you know, the way I see it is this: there will always be attempts to overturn the will of the people. There will always be people playing games or playing tricks or playing these tactics, if you like. But, you know, I do believe that BBM being president is destiny. I do believe this is really what the people have wanted, what the people have been praying for. And again, I do believe that it's destiny. Ching, Sana all have a good heart and mind like you, Malcolm, about this on these shameless losers. Let's just read some other comments. You should make your own channel. I do have my own YouTube channel. Jasper, this should be the last petition against BBM. Let's hope and pray that it is. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. I will wait with interest to see what's going to happen. Jong, the opposition is insane. They must respect the voice of 31 Filipino people in accordance with the democratic Philippine law. Shame on them. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Let's hope and pray this is all in order, and let's hope and pray that this tactic doesn't succeed succeed. And of course, come June the 30th, we will have the 17th President of the Republic of the Philippines, so Bongbong Marcos. I'm very, very pleased about this. If you do want to grab this video, then please just ask permission. Don't just take it. Thank you so much.